So now, people want to give me hate on the video I posted on the TDA account, which is fine. You're not hurting my feelings. And some of y'all act like I'm new at this, and I'm not. But let's follow the evidence where it may lead. So let's go back to the files section. Go to files, search 107. Now let's see this little right here, 116 stat 926. Anybody can look this up. This is the amendment. Okay. Born alive, that word born alive is a legal term. Born Alive Infants Protection Act of 2002. Chapter 1 of Title 1 U.S. Codes. But I want you to pay attention to paragraph B. Okay? And used in this section, the term born alive with respect to a member of the species Homo sapiens means the complete expulsion or extraction from his or her mother of that member at any stage of development who after such expulsion or extraction breathes or has a beating heart, pulsation of the umbilical cord, or definite movement of voluntary muscles, regardless of whether the umbilical cord has been cut and regardless of whether the expulsion or extraction occurs as a result of natural or induced labor, cesarean section, or induced abortion. Now, so now it told you there's three products. Now, let's go here. Let's go to the links. This is in my Telegram chat. Anybody can see this. I'm not sharing anything that you can't find. State definitions and reporting requirements. There's that phrase again, live birth, live born, born alive. They're legal terms. Now, let's go. This is all 50 states. You can find it. Let's go down to New York State, excluding New York City. First paragraph. Live birth is the complete expulsion or extraction from its mother of a product of conception, irrespective of the duration of pregnancy, which after such separation breathes or shows any other evidence of life, such as beating of the heart, pulsation of the umbilical cord, or definite movement of voluntary muscles, whether or not the umbilical cord has been cut or the placenta is attached. Do we see a common thread here? But what does it say after the definition? Each product of such a birth is considered live born. How many products was it? An umbilical cord, a placenta, and a baby. Can you prove in court which one got named? And you cannot say with firsthand knowledge that you can. And before you say, well, I can bring mom to court, legally, the mother is incompetent during the birth process. Ask any woman how competent they were during the birth of their child. The father remains silent all this time, just like in the Garden of Eden. Now, let's go back to files. Let's look for the next thing. Right here. Born Alive test. Anybody that's got a Black's 11th can look it up. You can probably look it up in most of the recent Black's dictionaries. Born Alive test. Under the common law, a showing that an infant, it doesn't say baby, was completely expelled from the mother's womb and possessed a separate and independent existence from the mother. But look at definition number 2. A showing that an infant, at the time of birth, was capable of living a separate and independent existence regardless of how long the infant actually lived. This test was first announced in Bonbrest versus Coates. So there was something that was born alive. Now, let's go here. Let's see. This has been a concept that's been around for a while. You see this book right here? Live, comma, birth, comma, and live birth. A medico legal study. This was written in 1904. So when I told you live birth, live born, and born alive is a legal term, Harvard did a law review on this book in 1904. Now, by operation of law, now let's go look at the contract. About 6 months before the event, the mother gave assignment over the infant. Right there, authorization and assignment. She didn't give authorization and assignment over the baby. She takes the baby home, but she gave it over the infant. You can pause to read this. It's a lifetime contract. So the mother comes in with the legal capacity as custodian, and since she gave assignment over the infant, they give her a certificate or a receipt for the infant. See, you're thinking it's about you. It's not about you. The hospital, by operation of law, can only record what was in its possession, which is the placenta and umbilical cord. Guess what you never did? You never actually named your offspring and never put the announcement in the paper. You stayed silent when the hospital recorded their property and put it in the legal section of the paper. So again, if you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, I've got the evidence to back it up.